Good morning. My name is John Mars, and I'm the Regional Director for the Department for International Trade based here at the British Consulate in Houston. It gives me great pleasure to be opening today's event, which signifies the UK's commitment to equality, diversity, and inclusion in the workplace. Today, the Consul General Richard Hyde will sign on behalf of the British Consulate a Memorandum of Understanding with the Greater Houston LGBT Chamber of Commerce, outlining our intentions to work closer together in supporting the Chamber's mission. Without further ado, I'd like to introduce the co-founder, president, and CEO of the Greater Houston LGBT Chamber of Commerce, Tammi Wallace.
Well, John, thank you so much. We are thrilled about this historic collaboration with the British Consulate General in Houston, and we are truly looking forward to our amazing work that we will do together. And speaking of we, let me introduce some of our board members that are joining us for the virtual signing today. We have Jack Berger, Shanice Brown, Thomas Lopez, and Tiffany Tosh. And of course, last but not least, John, thank you for your service as our board chair and a member of our founding leadership council. With that, let me turn it back over to you to share more about the Love is Great campaign and a video.
Thank you, Tammi. Last year, the US Department for International Trade organized a trades mission to the US for UK LGBTQ owned businesses as part of our Love is Great campaign. And here's a short video highlighting the event.
Why do I think diversity is so important in business? Really, it should be ground zero. My name's Christopher Kenner.
I'm Suki Sandhu.
Michael Othman. Philip Ross. I am Jimmy Robinson.
Paul Corcoran. My name is Hayley Sudbury.
I think when it comes to diversity and inclusion, I think there is so much research that talks about why it's important, including more creativity, more innovation, more productivity, which all leads to increasing the bottom line for shareholders.
As a very out gay female tech CEO, this is something that I care passionately about. I'm on the first ever LGBTQ founders mission organised by the UK government. And I think why that's important and why that's interesting is we know that actually companies that are more diverse are actually more profitable.
The customers are living in a world that's diverse and they're wanting the products that they buy that are to represent them to be just as diverse.
My objective was to create a company that had diversity as a value at its core, because what we really wanted to create are games that appeal to the really truly diverse player base.
I think the UK and the US can really learn a lot from each other in terms of celebrating and championing diversity in the workplace.
We've been able to build new connections, friendships and relationships, and also learn from other LGBTQ+ organisations that are here in the US.
Diversity and its application within the workplace, I think it's essential. From a very, very simple commercial point, we're all selling to the world. Everybody's different in their own special way. The less you have of that in your workplace, the more disadvantaged you are as a company for commercial success.
I think diversity is everything in business. It's about how do we bring the best people to the table. And the best people are always different people with different ideas, different backgrounds, different thoughts. And ultimately what we've got to do is bring those people in and create the best environments so that we get the best ideas and deliver the best things we can for our clients.
The Consul General, based here in Houston, covers the states of Texas, Louisiana, New Mexico, Oklahoma, and Arkansas. He will be signing the memorandum on behalf of the British government. And it's my pleasure to now introduce Consul General Richard Hyde.
Thank you, John. Hi, everyone. This is an exciting day for us all at the British Consulate General here in Houston. This new partnership that we're celebrating today, it really matters. The UK is committed to non-discrimination on any grounds, including sexual orientation and gender identity. We promote equality and inclusion at home and all around the world. It's a fundamental part of our work as diplomats. For us, this isn't about promoting special rights. It's about ensuring dignity, respect, and rights for all. I want to be clear, this new partnership with the Greater Houston LGBT Chamber isn't some altruistic or token gesture on our part. one of our key roles at the consulate is to promote trade and investment between the UK and the United States. And we know that in the United States, there are around 1.5 million LGBTQ owned companies, generating somewhere in the region of $1.8 trillion in economic output. To put that into context, the LGBT community in the United States produces roughly the same amount as the state of Texas. Now, we all know that the state of Texas is massively important, the second largest state and an economic powerhouse. So that says a great deal about this fantastic community too. There's a mountain of evidence to suggest that the strongest, safest, and most prosperous societies are those in which its citizens, all citizens, can live freely without fear of discrimination. So I hope that through our partnership, we can promote together a genuinely inclusive society in both of our countries, where LGBTQ people can play a full and active part in both society and in our economies. If I may, I'd like to say a few words about why this is personally such an important event for me. I said earlier that all around the world, the UK champions the rights of LGBTQ community. That's true. And we're really proud of that work, but that has not always been the case. When I joined the British Foreign Service, there was still a bar on the recruitment of homosexual staff. That bar, that blockage, that discrimination, that remained in place right up until 1991. To my own personal shame, this didn't seem such a big deal to me at the time. It didn't seem wrong. My ignorance back then knew no bounds. But like my employer, I have been on a journey of learning and understanding since. Though I recognize that when it comes to equality, we all have so much more to learn, I do feel that I have come a long way. You could say maybe that I've evolved a bit. I'm proud, and I hope I have earned the right to call myself now a passionate ally of the LGBTQ community. I believe that we all have a moral responsibility to ensure that everyone has a seat at the table. My team and I are committed to doing our part. I'm particularly excited about working with Tammi and her brilliant colleagues at the Chamber. It's a hugely impressive organization. They have incredible convening power and are an essential voice for business and the LGBTQ community. So with great pride, and I use that word deliberately, I will sign this Memorandum of Understanding today on behalf of the British Consulate General in Houston. Thank you, and then I pass you now over to Tammi to say a few words.
Well, thank you, Consul General Hyde, and thank you for being such a strong ally and sharing your journey. We truly appreciate your leadership and commitment to the Chamber, but the LGBTQ community as a whole, and certainly as we sign this historic MOU, the LGBTQ business community. You know, I do want to recognize that this is LGBTQ History Month, and it's incredibly special to be formalizing our collaboration with the British Consul General in Houston during LGBTQ History Month. On behalf of our board and our members, let me say that we are deeply honored to enter into and commit to this valued collaboration with the British Consulate General in Houston. You know, when we launched the Chamber, we committed to 5 key strategic focus areas. One of those is collaborations and partnership. We included collaborations and partnerships because we understand the power of collaboration to build community and to create economic opportunity and bridges of understanding for the LGBTQ community. With this Memorandum of Understanding that we're signing today, we intend that our collaboration is both intentional and it's purposeful. It's with this spirit of partnership that you mentioned that we commit to collaborative work with the British Consul General in Houston. We look forward to working with you to support our work in Houston and across the state of Texas, and even beyond. We are going to work with you. We will be a resource. We're going to learn from you. We'll collaborate on shared goals, and I know we will grow through our mutual support together. You know, as a chamber, we're dedicated to supporting a strong and thriving LGBTQ business community in the region and across the state of Texas. The Chamber is working every day to build and empower a network of LGBTQ+ entrepreneurs. We know that it is economic opportunity and economic inclusion that are key, absolutely key for the LGBTQ community. Our economy simply does not work without full participation and making sure that everyone has a seat at the table, as you mentioned. Simply put, social progress just cannot be achieved without economic progress. So today, as an organization, we are committed to supporting UK LGBTQ entrepreneurs to help them not only succeed, but to thrive in our great city, region, and state. We are going to help them succeed because of this incredible collaboration with the consulate, and to ensure they have access to resources, networking, and community. We give our members a collective voice for the LGBTQ business community, and that includes every LGBTQ business owner having access to economic opportunity at every level. And today, with this agreement, our collective voice is even more powerful and more impactful. We know that when the UK succeeds, Houston succeeds. We are honored to sign this agreement today. Consul General Hyde, on behalf of our board, thank you for your friendship, your collaboration, and your commitment to the LGBTQ community. We appreciate all you and your staff have done to forge this partnership. We know great things are ahead. So with that, shall we make it official?
I've got my favorite pen as well. Let me go first.
Very good. Okay, here we go. And it's official.
As if by magic.
Exactly. The power of Zoom. There we go. Wonderful. Yeah, that deserves a clap. Very good.
We're looking forward to our collaboration with the Greater Houston LGBT Chamber. Thank you to Tammi and the board for your collaboration, friendship, and partnership. We look forward to a long relationship and achieving great things together. Thank you.